Okay, so we've got our motor moving 3 rotations. I'm going to get rid of this code now, just dragging and dropping it into that area. And now what we're going to do is learn how to control the arm. You should have already built and attached a medium motor arm attachment to the front of your robot that can raise or lower, and we're now going to code it. So under our loops, since we got rid of our onStart block, let's get our onStart again. For the arm, it uses a medium motor. So we're going to use this block here that just says run large motor, put it inside of our onStart. Except instead of the large motor, we're going to choose this one here. This is our medium motor. It defaults to port A, so make sure that your medium motor is also on port A. B and C should be taken up by your wheels, your large motors. This next one we'll do on A. This 50% is going to run it at half speed forever, just like we did when we wanted it to move 3 rotations, though. We don't want this thing to constantly move. Our arm only goes up a certain amount. So if we figure out the amount that it needs to raise and lower, it's actually 1/4 of one rotation. So under our rotations, again, we can choose all these different things. We're going to leave it at rotations and enter 0.25. This will rotate it for 1/4 of a rotation and then stop. Now what we need to do, that will raise our arm. What we need to do next is lower our arm back down. So to do that, we're going to take this same block here and just run it at -50% for the same amount of time so that it resets it. The easiest way to do this is to actually duplicate this block. So using your mouse or 2 fingers on a Chromebook trackpad, you're going to right-click on just this block and then select Duplicate. That will make a copy of this block. We can put it right after here. And now for all of these settings are the same. We just want it to go the other way for 1/4 of a rotation. Make it go the other way. I'm just going to use my left cursor to go back to the beginning of this number and type in a minus symbol for -50%. That's also like the hyphen key on your keyboard. So what this program will do is it will run the medium motor at 50% speed on port A for 1/4 of a rotation, and then immediately run it the opposite direction for 1/4 of a rotation. The program will go really fast. If you wanted to slow it down and have it pause while the arm is up, you can always, under the loops category, grab a pause block and put it in between, and you can choose the amount of time that you'd like it to pause. So this will just pause it for half a second at the up position before lowering it back down again. So let's give this a new name. So down here, instead of calling this moving forward, let's call this arm control. Click the save icon. Again, that will download your program onto your computer, onto your Chromebook. What you need to do now is actually drag and drop that onto your EV3 brick. So connect to your EV3 via USB cable, wait for the, make sure it's powered on, and drag and drop this lego-armcontrol.uf2 onto your Lego brick. Once it's there, you can disconnect and use the programming menus to open and run this program and make sure that it works.